Good morning and welcome to Fun with Breathing. This is week 6. Is it week 6? Yes, week 6. And today we're just going to, want to wish everybody a happy Chinese New Year. It is the year of the ox, hence why I'm wearing red. I wish you all good luck and prosperity for the coming year 2021. So let's start with our things. So last week we done about the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. Hiya. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about the brain before we do our rectangle breathing. So I'll just put my glasses on and I'll show you my brain. I'll take my glasses off again because I can't see. So here is our a dissection of the brain. We have the prefrontal cortex, which is this area here. And this is like the wise owl of the brain. This is the area where our decisions and our ideas come from. And when we're calm, it's this part of the brain that takes over. We then have the amygdala, which is this tiny, tiny little part which is just inside there, and this acts as the watchdog of the brain, and it's always on alert for danger. So it tends to be the bit that attracts our sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight. And this, when we get worried or anxious, it's this part of the brain that takes over, and this increases our heart rate and also increases the speed that we breathe at, so it makes us breathe a lot quicker. Then we have the hippocampus, which is this bit here. I'm trying to see where it is. Which is this bit across here, little green thing. And this is the part of our brain. This is like a scrapbook. And this helps us to organise our memories and put everything in place. So when we go to sleep, our brain does what a computer does. It defrags itself. And it's this part of the brain that puts all the information into the different parts. Now, it's also where we store in our amygdala, is where we store a lot of strong emotions, and that's the reason why we have we react terribly when we think about certain things. So if you're stressed, your amygdala takes over, and this switches on the fight or flight responses. And if you take a few slow, deep breaths, especially the long ones out, then it transfers back to the calm and back to this part of the brain. So this part takes over. So it looks, the size of it, it's so tiny. But this is where we keep all them bad memories. This is the bit that takes over. So this is how when we're sitting there, we've got nothing to do, and our mind starts to play on all the things, all our, things that have happened in the past. And it can make us feel really anxious. And it's that tiny, tiny little part of the brain that works and brings that. So thinking about that, we want to try and calm down. So as you know that that's the part of the brain, it's a tiny little piece that causes all that stress. But there's a great big piece, the big frontal part of the brain that can help calm you back down. So we try to go back to that area. So we're going to do our rectangle. Last week we did a circle breath. So this time we're going to do a rectangle breath. And the reason that we try different things with the breathing is basically to try and focus our mind onto something that's happening inside us. So our breathing, it's a lot easier to do that. Then the other things that are going on in our brain, remember this, remember when that happened. Ugh. So that's why we try to think of something to focus our mind on. And the breathing is quite easy because it's there. We will do other things on focusing later on as well. So we're going to start with a breath out. You're going to breathe in for about 4 seconds. Now your 4 seconds can be quick. So they can be 1, 2, 3, 4. Or they can be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's completely up to you. You're then going to hold the breath in for 2 seconds. You're then going to breathe out for 4 seconds. you're going to try and hold the breath out for 2 seconds and then breathe in again for 4 seconds. Now, if you find that that's too much, you can't hold it, especially when you're holding the breath out, that tends to make us feel a bit tense, a bit nervous because we've got no air in our body. So if it feels that you're getting a bit tense, then reduce it to 1 second, but then reduce that breath into 2 seconds so that you're constantly getting this rectangle with the breath. So we're going to place our hands. You can place your hands here and here. You can place them on your lap. You can stick them anywhere you like. You can place them into prayer position. It's completely up to you. But you want to sit up nice and straight so that your lungs are free to breathe. And you're going to fill the lungs three-dimensionally. So as we breathe out, we're going to try and breathe in from the bottom of the lungs. We're trying to bring it all the way up without the shoulders lifting. And then as we breathe out, we're going to breathe out and try and push down, pull in the last bit into the stomach. So you want to get a nice three-dimensional breath. So let's start with a breath out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, and continue. Can you make that hold 3 and 6? Can we take it 4 to 8? Then we take it 5 to 10. So I'm going to take a big breath in through the nose, stretch up and out through the mouth. And let's do 2 more. And our last one. Thank you very much. Now, don't worry if you felt that was quite hard. Like I said, stick with what you can do. Trying to take it up. If it feels too much, if you feel like you're tensing too much, then reduce it, take it back down. You may get a little bit lightheaded, so make sure as soon as you finish, you don't jump up, because we're taking in an awful lot of oxygen. We're letting out an awful lot of oxygen. We're giving our time as we're holding our breath. We're giving the time for all that diffusion to happen in the lungs. So a lot of oxygen passing into the bloodstream and a lot of carbon dioxide is passing back into the lungs so that we can blow it back out. So thank you very much. Have a good day. And again, Happy Chinese New Year. Take care. Thank you. And bye.